She's such a special player, and you know something, the University of Iowa is the right place for this to happen. It absolutely is. You know, this is a place that has supported basketball, women's basketball, for such a long time, and anything can happen here. I mean, we show it over and over again. So Iowa's a special place. Our marketing department, I thought, did an unbelievable job celebrating this accomplishment. I thought it was wonderful that she hits a logo 3 to put her over. I intended to call a timeout, but it happened so fast I couldn't get it out. I also, the crowd was amazing. I mean, the crowd, the energy, the appreciation by our crowd, and there's nothing like Iowa Hawkeye fans, and we know that, and we're thankful for that. And I just also want to say about Michigan. Michigan came in here in a tough scenario, right? I mean, they're playing in a tough situation. I thought they played a great game. I also want to tell you they gave Caitlin a gift after the game, and every one of those players wrote her a note. I am so glad that we have people in the Big Ten that understand the importance of this, and the importance for women's basketball, the importance for the Big Ten. I just think Michigan, that was just a really classy way for them to handle this, and I appreciate Kim in what she did.
Lisa, could you have drawn it up any better? A transition logo 3, is that what you had in mind as kind of that storybook shot?
It was perfect. It was absolutely perfect for her to go over and reach this record with the logo 3.
Hey Lisa, yes, a lot's been made of the fact that Kelsey had 57 in the game, that she set the record 5-6 years ago. I mean, she had 23 after the first quarter tonight. I mean, was that something, do you think that she had that in mind at all, because she's such a competitor?
I don't think she ever thought about it. I've never heard her mention that. I don't think so.
Lisa, what do moments like this mean to your program?
You know, it's such great momentum, you know, for our program, but I mean, it's special because, again, you know, it's Iowa. I mean, this is a great place for girls and women in sports, and it seems fitting that it should be here.
You said that first quarter just felt sort of like one of the craziest things I've ever seen. But as a coach, Caitlin has those moments, has those stretches. How often do you allow yourself to just sort of like appreciate her rather than be like 100% coach, just watch a little bit?
You know, I usually don't, but tonight, that's why I was determined to call that timeout, and just to let her enjoy it. And we really didn't talk in the timeout. We just kind of all sat in our thoughts, and I just wanted her to have some space to think about what she'd accomplished and just to enjoy the moment. And usually that's not me. I don't burn timeouts for anything.
Lisa, I mean, Caitlin has every reason to be, ego-driven based on what she's accomplished, but it seems like when the lights are brightest on her, she tries to shine it on everybody else. I guess, can you just kind of speak to having that sort of, not just caliber of a player, but caliber of leader that wants to just shine on more than her?
Well, she's one over 1,000 assists. I mean, this is getting downplayed with her points because her points are so magnificent, but I mean, her assists are incredible, and you know, that's what makes her such a special player. But I'm telling you, everyone on that team loves her. They are not jealous of her. They know how hard she works for it, and they know, what she brings to our team. So I'm very thankful that I have a group of women that understand that.
We don't see Caitlin get emotional all that often. Was there any moment after the game or during the game that made you emotional at all?
When she hit it, definitely took a second to get back into reality, or kind of, it's pretty surreal at that point. And then after the game, just to see how happy she is with her family, and family means a lot to Caitlin. She's definitely family relationship first, which is wonderful.
Did you hear everybody holler one more year?
I paid them. I thought it was a pretty good chance. So.
I asked Caitlin this. I was going to ask you a similar question. What would you think, as a younger kid yourself, if you could see this now? What would you think of all of this, as a younger kid looking back?
Yeah, there's no way I could imagine this. I can remember sitting on my couch with my parents in my home in Marion and watching Billie Jean King play Bobby Riggs and thinking, wow, we can really play sports. We really have this chance, and watching the 72 Olympics and thinking, wow, we can, this is a possibility for women. I'm going to have to say, I was pretty excited last night. Billie Jean King called and expressed her excitement for our program and for this record, and that was pretty special to me because she's always been an idol to me, somebody that a shero to me, as you would say, as she would say. I couldn't imagine this. There's no way. There's just no way you can even fathom this as a little kid growing up when I did in pre-Title IX. It's unimaginable.
What does that say about where we are now, as your program or women's basketball in general, and what Caitlin has done for that?
Yeah, and I think Title IX had a big part to do with that. I think it gave women an opportunity to compete, and now we have women that were first those Title IX babies that are mothers and grandmothers that understand the value of sport and the lessons that can be learned from sport, and you know they want to support it, and we didn't have that 20 years ago. So I'm really thankful that we have this. And again, at a school like Iowa that has been so really concerned about gender equity since Dr. Grant was here, and somebody that really did so much for gender equity in Title IX and was impactful in that. I'm just so thankful that it happened here at Iowa.
Lisa, from a team standpoint, as glorious as it was tonight, is there some relief now that you can move on with the season?
There is a little bit actually, and I think you saw that in Caitlin's play after she made the record too, right? It's been a little bit of a distraction, but a good distraction, right? Like you want these kind of distractions for your team. But at the same time, it's time now for us to really focus on making our team better and getting ready for Indiana next week and the Big Ten tournament and the NCAA tournament.